Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. Buckle up, Fame family. We have 4 headline-grabbing stories that you won't want to miss as the Duggar universe continues to spin faster than before. Let's start with Jessa Duggar, a mother of 6, and her newest baby, Edward Owen, weighed an incredible 10 pounds. While Jessa relates the touching tale of how mom Michelle and even teen sister Jordan Grace stepped in on the big day, fans are going crazy about his less than neonatal appearance, duties, including severing the umbilical cord. Oh, and Grandpa Jim Bob is already phoning with pride. He is number 39. Jessa Duggar and his wife Maddie are making it very apparent that they do not currently have any plans to have a child. According to the newlyweds, their priorities include Maddie finishing school, enjoying married life, and possibly having no more than 6 children. That is essentially one and done in Duggar times. The internet is in stitches and war mode after Jill Duggar Dillard's unexpected news that she is returning to homeschool. Is this a return to Duggar ways, a good family choice, or Jill's complete change into the Earth Mother method of bohemian incense burning? The discussion is hotter than the ruthless memes. Finally, when Jackson Duggar was seen with Carver Bowers, a man free on bail for horrifying child abuse accusations, a storm is building. Outrage, charges of hypocrisy, and one unanswered question have all been raised by the video that Carver's own brother released. Why do the Duggars still hang around like this? Every story this week has the potential to be its own headline, and we're dissecting them all. Thus, smash! You'll hear the Duggar drama first here, so click the bell, press the like button, and touch subscribe. With 10 pounds of pure Duggar baby drama, the internet is consuming it. Baby number 6 was just brought into the world by Jessa Duggar Seawald. Fans can't stop talking about the stunning birth weight, infrequent family appearances, and poignant behind-the-scenes experiences. When Jessa Duggar shared the first official image of her newest addition, Edward Owen Seawald, on Instagram on August 12th, it lit up the platform. Date of birth: July 26. This small man weighed an incredible 10 pounds and 21 inches, which caused admirers to go directly from shock to wow. One fan joked, "Edward came out a full G-grown man." Another fan exclaimed, "10 pounds, now that's a big baby." However, this baby reveal wasn't your typical one. We hadn't seen Edward outside of screenshots from Jessa's multi-part YouTube birth vlog until that moment. He appears much more camera-ready than most in the picture, sleeping soundly with a cream-colored cap on and nestled in a warm brown blanket. Following a day at the spa, Jessa revealed a heartwarming detail in the second segment of that video, which was uploaded on August 4th. From the time things became severe until the first few precious hours after, Michelle Duggar, her mother, remained by her side. Michelle did more than simply provide emotional support, Jessa said. When baby duty called, she stepped in without hesitation, stayed overnight, and took care of Edward to give Jessica much-needed rest. She went all super grandma. And there was another Duggar milestone associated with this birth. Jordan Grace, age 16, was even severed the umbilical cord while there for the delivery. Jessa acknowledged that her husband Ben is not interested in taking the position. He grinned and said, "No thank you," giving the honor to his adolescent sister-in-law, who Jessa claims was overjoyed at the opportunity. On August 8th, spectators were treated to an even more uncommon sight in Part 3. Cradling his youngest grandson is Jim Bob Duggar. As he called Edward number 39 in the grandkid lineup and announced a keeper, he grinned at the camera. For a family that has become more cautious in public. Nevertheless, longtime viewers of Duggar were taken aback by this quick appearance. Jessa had moved on to family introductions and a more thorough exploration of Edward's name's significance by Part 4. Even though it's obvious to many, his weight and overall health make the headlines. This leads us to the topic of fan hype. Although many people rejoiced over the arrival of a new child, the birth weight soon took center stage. Remarks varied from respect and wonder at Jessa's strength, such as "you're a warrior," to light-hearted exaggerations regarding Edward completely skips the infant stage. Some comforted Jessa that huge newborns are a blessing, while others remarked that his size makes him appear older in pictures. The announcement, in typical Duggar fashion, combined heartfelt family moments with just enough surprise to keep people buzzing. With Jordan Grace's umbilical cord duty, Michelle's practical assistance, and Jim Bob's infrequent attendance, Edward's arrival has already provided us with more information on the current family dynamic than we've had in months. And this was a satisfying victory for Jessa, who has received her fair share of internet criticism. An opportunity to spread happiness without waiting for controversy, at least for the time being. Is this the beginning of a more relaxed and transparent Duggar season? Or was Edward's arrival the one exception? Fame family? What about that entry that weighs 10 pounds? Is it intimidating or impressive? Keep your hands off that dial. Avoiding children is the next Duggar headline, not having more. Maddie and Jessa Duggar are establishing limits and there. You may be surprised at the reasons. This isn't infant fever. Fans are shaking when Jessa Duggar and Maddie Grace put the brakes on the Duggar baby train. Jessa and Maddie, who have been married for almost a year, have made it clear that they have no plans to become parents anytime soon. This is a unique twist in a household where announcing a pregnancy is almost a seasonal event. It all began when Jessa, 25, and Maddie, 21, seemed at ease in rhythm and prepared to make headlines on Jinger Duggar's podcast. Jessa got things started with a sly "we're pregnant." He obviously found the line amusing, but Maddie interrupted with an eye roll. "That's what he always does to me. We have no expectations whatsoever. We're not attempting to be anticipatory." Jessa reiterated the explanation. "Don't mention that we're expecting." For anybody is listening, that is. The couple, who got married in October of last year, talked about how they were concentrating on completing their education and savoring their new life together. Completing her degree is Maddie's top priority. In May, "I want to savor this moment." While the family's well-documented tradition of starting families quickly and frequently aiming for double-digit children is part of their public identity, Jessa and Maddie are openly entertaining the idea of having far fewer children, with the statement, "I can always get pregnant later on, Lord willing," adding that the first year of marriage is still about truly getting to know each other, quirks, routines, and all. This isn't the first time they've said it either. In an April Q&A on their own YouTube channel, they alluded to the same plan, citing advice from older Duggar siblings who acknowledged they wished they'd waited to have children. Jessa, who grew up one of 19 siblings, says he's thankful for the experience, but doesn't see it as his personal calling. "I loved having 18 siblings, but for us, we also want to enjoy every stage that the Lord has us in." Jessa and Maddie obviously took that advice to heart, and now they're repeating it for everyone listening. The couple's decision to break the cycle and put their marriage before parenthood has sparked mixed reactions from fans. Some see it as a sign of generational change within the family, a move towards personal choice over inherited expectation, while more traditional fans are disappointed. There is some spicy subtext in the Reddit threads, with speculation that Maddie may have more influence than Jessa on the no baby yet plan, and whispers about how Jim, Bob, and Michelle might feel about the slower start. Although there is no public pushback from the family, Duggar watchers are watching to see if this decision will cause subtle tension later on. They see having children as the natural next step after marriage, especially in their religious circle. Is this the beginning of a new Duggar generation that takes its time? Or will baby announcements come sooner than they're letting on? Keep your eyes locked because the next Duggar headline isn't about waiting, it's about going back. Jill Duggar just completely changed one of her most public parenting choices, and the internet's response is furious. They say they're perfectly happy babysitting nieces and nephews rather than handing them back. As Maddie put it, "We just babysit and get humbled." The same Jill Duggar, who once proudly sent her children off to public school, is now homeschooling again, and her simple announcement has exploded into memes, debates, and downright roasts. Jill Duggar Dillard posted what appeared to be a wholesome back-to-school moment this week. A cozy selfie with a mug in hand and braids over her shoulders, captioned with a casual back to homeschool. However, if she thought it would slip under the radar, she misjudged the Duggar-watching internet. And instead of offering less well-thought-out advice, the post sparked a roasting session fit for a comedy club. Some compared her to an art teacher who grades in herbal tea stains, while others joked that she was Rachel Dolezal cosplay. And one even went full Harry Potter with Professor Trelawney chic. But beyond the memes, there was intense debate, and critics questioned her. A few followers bemoaned that Jill was giving up the free hours she had when her children were at school, time she could use for personal growth, and others conjectured that this move was less about academics and more about protecting the children from bullying associated with the Duggar name, or avoiding public school scrutiny after previous family scandals. Supporters pointed out that her husband Derick, with his law degree, could easily pitch in. Duggar's sardonic humor couldn't help but pile on, as comments about her smelling of incense and beef tallow sunscreen floated alongside gifs of people dramatically clutching herbal tea. One user joked, "Next she'll be selling homemade deodorant on Etsy." Another user swore she saw Jesus Kale in the background. The question is, however, whether this is about what's best for the kids or about Jill's changing identity. Even Derick's role is being scrutinized. Some fans believe he is the driving force, with theories ranging from wanting more control over the kids' environment to simply supporting Jill's new vision. The shock was compounded by the fact that this announcement comes after years of Jill making a point of not adhering to her family's ultra-conservative homeschool tradition. For some, it felt like watching her regress towards the Duggar playbook, while others maintain it's just a lifestyle choice that suits her current vibe. The imagery from her post is difficult to separate from the narrative shift, though, as some argue that this is Jill's decision alone, a personal one she's making for her family without outside pressure. That blessed beyond measure mug, the braids, the laid-back lighting, it's a carefully curated slice of life that says, "I'm not just teaching my kids, I'm creating a vibe." Whether you like it or not, it's getting people talking. Lightning round recap. Jill is returning to homeschooling. Is Jill reclaiming her family's story or quietly reverting to old Duggar patterns? The internet is making fun of her bohemian makeover, and there are questions about her qualifications, and whether this is about education control, or just a complete shift in vibe. Just when you think we're done, the next Duggar headline will make you double take, because it features Jackson Duggar hanging out with a man who is accused of child abuse. Jackson Duggar was seen on camera chatting with Carver Bowers, an Alabama Christian singer, who is currently out on $40,000 bail after being charged with 2 counts of sexual abuse of a child under the age of 12. This public connection is raising alarms for a family still dealing with the fallout from Josh Duggar's crimes. The internet is not just shocked, but furious about the scandal and the family's decision. Carver Bowers, 23, is no stranger to the Duggar circle. Prior to his arrest earlier this summer, his family was rumored to have close ties to the Duggars, including rumors that one of the Duggar daughters once courted him. The video, which was first uploaded to Instagram by Carver's younger brother Crockett, shows Jackson conversing, some say arguing, with a sharply dressed companion. Given Jackson's tan suit and binaire, fans speculate that the scene may have been Jason Duggar's recent wedding. The decision to post this interaction on social media is perplexing to many. Carver's wife publicly defended him after he was arrested on 2 counts of sexual abuse involving a child under the age of 12, which only increased online backlash. Critics accused the Duggars of hypocrisy, quick to shun members of the LGBTQ community, but often willing to stand by men accused or convicted of sexual abuse. The backlash was immediate, with Reddit threads full of shock, disgust, and disappointment. Many fans had hoped that the younger Duggar boys, having witnessed the fallout from Josh's crimes, would distance themselves from anyone with such charges, but this moment reinforced fears that old patterns die. This is especially true when it comes to protecting themselves from bad optics. And yet here's Jackson, not just in the same room as Carver, but captured in an apparently animated exchange broadcast to the world by Carver's own brother. Difficult in the Duggar family. Some viewers think the clip setting suggests even closer ties. If the encounter did take place at Jason's wedding, it would indicate that Carver or his family were invited guests rather than uninvited bystanders. Others wonder if such an association can be avoided in such a close-knit social circle. Finally, there's the question of accountability. While Carver is awaiting trial, his presence in Duggar spaces sends the wrong message to many fans. Even people who are typically more sympathetic to the family found it difficult to defend this moment. One commenter wrote, "You've seen firsthand what this kind of association does to your reputation, and you still choose this." Another added, "They protect their own no matter what." Unfortunately, this is proof. Given the Duggar family's history, a public moral stance, the optics are even starker. So Fame Fam, was this a one-time incident captured on camera at the wrong time? Or does it demonstrate that the Duggars still can't break free from protecting the wrong people? Stay tuned, because before we wrap up, we're giving you the lightning round recap of today's biggest Duggar bombshells. From births to backtracks, the contradiction between purity culture and private circles that repeatedly appear to include men accused of abusing children is something that both fans and critics never fail to notice. The internet is tearing up Jill Duggar's unexpected return to homeschooling, breaking the family mold, and igniting a whole new round of rumors. Okay, Fame Fam, let's hit that lightning round before we go. Jessa Duggar's baby number 6 arrived weighing 10 pounds, bringing Michelle, Jordan Grace, and even Jim Bob into rare cameo territory. Jason and Maddie Duggar are putting parenthood on hold, breaking the family mold, and starting a whole new round of rumors. This is the Fame, and as always, stay fabulous, Fame. Jackson Duggar was caught on camera talking to a man who was out on bail for child abuse charges. This scandal is keeping Duggar watchers on edge. If you love the scoop, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. Follow us on all social media platforms for the tea in between uploads. Tomorrow, a Duggar wedding guest list leak is about to reveal everything. Family,